Hey guys, what's up? It's WrestleMania season, and we're diving right into the biggest news, rumors, and updates shaking up WWE right now. There's a lot to unpack, from injuries sidelining top stars to potential dream matches, faction struggles, returns on the horizon, and even some fan interactions that got heated. Let's jump straight in and break it all down. Starting with one of the biggest stories circulating this week. A top WWE star is dealing with surgery, and it's impacting major plans. Bianca Belair, the former women's champion and one of the most athletic performers in the company, recently shared an update on her Instagram story confirming she's undergoing finger surgery. This comes after she's been out of action for nearly a year following an injury that happened back at WrestleMania 41. She described it as an unprecedented issue where a finger got crushed during a match involving Rhea Ripley and IYOSKY, leading to a broken knuckle and ongoing mobility problems. Belair posted a simple message saying finger surgery tomorrow with a praying emoji, and reports indicate this procedure happened recently. Unfortunately, this all but rules her out of competing at WrestleMania 42 this year. She's been sidelined for so long that fans were already speculating about her status, and now it's clear she won't be cleared in time for the big event in Las Vegas. That said, some insiders note WWE was keen on involving her in some capacity, so a non-wrestling role, like a guest host or appearance, can't be entirely dismissed. The injury has thrown a wrench into SmackDown's women's division plans. Original ideas reportedly had Jade Cargill defending the WWE Women's title against Belair at WrestleMania, which would have been a fresh, high-profile clash. With Belair out, the division has felt a bit stagnant, almost like it's been running on autopilot while waiting for her potential return. Now, the focus shifts to who steps up as Cargill's challenger. The Elimination Chamber match coming up soon is expected to determine the new #1 contender, and names like Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair are being mentioned as frontrunners. Fans are pushing hard for something completely different, though many are tired of seeing Cargill versus Stratton repeatedly throughout 2025, and there's a real desire for fresh matchups to keep things exciting heading into the grandest stage. Recovery-wise, Belair's situation isn't hopeless. Post-surgery, light work might be possible in 6 to 8 weeks, but full recovery for tendon repairs like this can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. It's disappointing she won't be in the ring soon, but surgery is the right call to ensure she comes back strong. Hopefully, we see her back competing sometime in 2026 once she's fully healed. On a lighter note related to Belair, she and her husband Montez Ford recently shared a fun Valentine's Day photo shoot. In one caption, she playfully addresses noticeable weight gain, saying something along the lines of "sorry for the wait. Wait, I've been feeding him good, so I thought I would feed you too." It sparked some fan speculation about whether she's pregnant, but there's no indication that's the case. It's just a cute, light-hearted moment from the couple. We wish Belair the best with the surgery and a smooth recovery so she can return to dominating the ring. Shifting gears to another huge rumor that's got everyone talking. Why is WWE seemingly setting up LA Knight to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? Reports from the Wrestling Observer newsletter dropped that this match was penciled in for Mania 42, and it caught a lot of fans off guard because there hasn't been much overt build-up on TV. But digging deeper, there are several layers of why this could be happening. First, it ties back to the Royal Rumble. LA Knight was one of the wrestlers who eliminated Lesnar during the match. Though the elimination was botched pretty badly, Lesnar's exit didn't land cleanly, and most of the audience probably missed the detail that Knight was involved. Some theorized WWE planted that moment to seed the feud, with Lesnar later re-entering to attack Knight in retaliation. The botch might have killed the momentum, so they haven't referenced it since, but Lesnar's upcoming appearance on Raw could reignite things, maybe even by costing Knight a spot or taking him out to clear the path. Another angle floating around is that this could be WWE burying LA Knight. There's been backstage chatter for months suggesting Triple H isn't the biggest fan of Knight's push, and having Lesnar squash him on the biggest stage possible will be a definitive way to cool his momentum. If that's a plan, though, WWE needs to tread carefully. The crowd would see right through it, and the backlash could be massive, especially given Knight's popularity as the mega-star. The third possibility is that Lesnar himself is pushing for it. Brock has always had significant creative input, and tends to pick opponents he wants to work with. He and Knight haven't crossed paths much on TV, but perhaps they built a rapport during Lesnar's sporadic appearances. Some speculate Knight's charisma and style remind Lesnar of The Rock, whom he famously beat for his first WWE title back in 2002, making this a nostalgic draw for him. Whatever the real reason, this match has huge potential for fireworks, but it could also go wrong in a big way if mishandled. We'll have to watch Raw closely to see if they pull the trigger or pivot elsewhere. Recent updates suggest plans might have shifted, with other names like Obafemi in the mix, but Knight versus Lesnar remains a hot rumor. Next, let's talk about Finn Balor finally snapping a brutal losing streak. The Judgment Day member had been in a rough patch, going winless for over 5 months, specifically a 166-day drought without a victory. His last win was back in September 2025 against Dragon Lee on Raw, followed by multiple losses, including 7 on televised matches. It sparked real concern among fans about his direction in the company. But that streak ended at a recent untelevised Road to WrestleMania live event in Lubbock, Texas, where he defeated Javon Evans. The timing couldn't be better, as Balor is lined up for a big opportunity at Elimination Chamber. He's challenging CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, while he's probably not walking out with the title. Heading into WrestleMania strong is crucial, and breaking that streak gives him some much-needed momentum. It's a small win, but in wrestling, these things can shift perceptions and set the stage for bigger stories. In other roster movement news, a former WWE tag team has officially landed in AEW. The duo known as the I-Iconics, Cassie Lee and Jessa McKee, appeared at an AEW House Rules live event in Brisbane, Australia, and it wasn't just a one-off. Fightful Select confirmed they've signed multi-year deals with Tony Khan Promotion, rebranded as the I-Inspiration. This had been in the works for over a month, and rumors of a Royal Rumble return in WWE fizzled out, which pretty much sealed their move to AEW. They are former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions and have a strong history together, including success in TNA as well. Their debut involved an open challenge, signaling they are ready to shake up the women's tag division. It's a big get for AEW, especially with their experience and fan appeal. Speaking of legends and potential WrestleMania involvement, Stone Cold Steve Austin is confirmed for an appearance during WrestleMania 42 weekend. He'll be part of WWE World, the big fan experience event in Las Vegas from April 16th to 20th, doing autographs and photos on the 18th and 19th. This has naturally sparked speculation about whether he could step into the ring or make a bigger on-screen impact at the show itself. With Roman Reigns versus CM Punk already locked in as a Night 2 main event, it cools the odds of Austin wrestling significantly. Punk's remaining dream matches, like against Austin or Cody Rhodes, seem less likely this year due to age and selectivity on Austin's part. That said, Austin hasn't fully ruled out an in-ring return, and Punk has been one of the few names teased as capable of luring him back. There were reports last year about Saudi Arabia wanting big names like The Rock and Austin for future shows, so if those align, we could see epic setups, like The Rock in Reigns' corner and Austin in Punk's for a massive indirect clash. For now, expect at least a cameo or glass-shattering moment since he'll already be in town. It's always electric when the rattlesnake shows up. On the faction front, WWE has faced criticism for how they handled one group in particular. The Wyatt Six, or Wyatt Six, have been polarizing since their debut, and WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi recently called it out on his podcast, saying he believes creative has dropped the ball and possibly given up on them. The stable, led by Bo Dallas in tribute to Bray Wyatt's vision, has cooled off noticeably. They've been stuck in a seemingly endless feud with another group, the MFT's Isola-related angle, which has dragged on for months without much progression or payoff. Fans point out the lack of individual character development, incoherent storytelling, and a perceived absence of main event-level leadership. While the high-concept horror elements and tag title reigns show potential, the booking has left many feeling it's become an afterthought. If WWE doesn't pivot soon with stronger angles and clearer direction, it risks wasting what could be a unique and compelling faction. Regarding potential returns, one name that popped up after recent real-life developments is Cain Velasquez. The former UFC champion and brief WWE performer was released on parole after serving time related to his 2022 legal issues. Rumors swirled about a possible WWE comeback, but Dave Meltzer has downplayed it strongly. Velasquez's previous WWE run was short and underwhelming. He got a high-profile world title shot early on, but struggled to connect, leading to a quick release. Meltzer doesn't see WWE bringing him back, especially given the flop of that initial push. Instead, Velasquez appears focused on personal growth, seminars on mental and spiritual health, and moving forward outside of combat sports. While he is still respected in some circles, particularly Mexico, a WWE return seems unlikely at this point. On a more positive return note, Seth Rollins is making strides in his recovery. New footage surfaced of him training intensely this weekend, looking in great shape and working out without visible issues from his shoulder injury, which required surgery after Crown Jewel. He has publicly stated his goal is to return for WrestleMania, and with about 8 weeks left, WWE is optimistic he'll get medical clearance. Plans have shifted around him. Original ideas like facing Roman Reigns were scrapped due to his injury, and a potential match with Braun Breaker fell through when Breaker got hurt. Fans worry he could be left off the card due to lack of a clear direction, but Rollins is one of WWE's top stars and a favorite of Triple H, so it's hard to imagine him missing the biggest show of the year. Whether it's tying into the Vision storyline, perhaps as a mysterious attacker, or something fresh, his return would add huge star power. Finally, a lighter but telling moment from recent SmackDown. Sami Zayn had a brief tense interaction with a fan. During ringside fan greetings, one fan booed him right to his face, which left Zayn looking genuinely puzzled and frustrated. It almost escalated into a confrontation, though it stayed verbal. The fan posted a clip on TikTok, seemingly fishing for a reaction, and the comments largely defended Zayn, questioning why anyone would boo one of the most likable guys in WWE. It's a reminder that while fans can cheer or boo freely, some do it purely for social media clout. Zayn remains hugely popular online, especially on platforms like TikTok, where supporters rallied around him. That's the latest roundup of the wildest stories and rumors swirling around WWE right now. From injuries reshaping WrestleMania plans to legend appearances, faction frustrations, and heated fan moments, it's shaping up to be an unpredictable road to Las Vegas. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these developments? Who should challenge Jade Cargill? Is LA Knight versus Brock a good idea? Let me know, and we'll keep the conversation going. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll catch you next time with fresh wrestling content.